Thank you for the round of applause. It's your boy G5Jefftv. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the share button as you come on in. Big shout out to the sponsors of the channel. My boy Fast Classic. His mixtape is in the description box. It is absolutely free. And my boy Matt. Definitely check his apparel out on IG at We All From. Now, the reason I got a round of applause in the beginning of this video is because G5Jefftv got another successful breakdown and prediction video right. This one was for Errol Spence Jr. versus Showtime Sean Porter. Now, for the people that's new to the channel, what I like to do is break down the prediction videos for certain fights. I do think I'm the best in the business when it comes down to breaking down a fight and predictions, to be quite honest with you. Now, I want for you guys to go back and actually listen to my official breakdown and prediction video for Errol Spence Jr. versus Sean Porter. The reason I'm highlighting this is because I take pride in not only just trying to get the prediction right, but I take more pride in actually breaking down how the fight is going to go. And that's where I feel like I'm the best in the business. Like 9 times out of 10, how I call a fight is usually how it goes. And this was no different. I said for the people that didn't hear the official breakdown and prediction video, basically I said this fight was going to come down to one thing and one thing only. I really didn't even get into technicals with this fight. I said, can Sean Porter be special for 12 rounds? It's going to take for Sean Porter to be special for a full fight, 12 rounds. And I said in the breakdown and prediction video, I was like, I don't think he can. I don't think he can. I was like, Sean Porter does 2 or 3 things in every single fight. It don't matter if he wins the fight or loses the fight. He does 2 or 3 things in every single fight that just are head scratchers to me, and it really frustrates me because I be wanting Sean Porter to put a whole 12 rounds together for me, and he always do the 2 or 3 things that just had me like, damn, Sean, like if you ain't do that, like you would have looked hella good. And essentially that's what happened in this fight with Errol Spence Jr. I predicted Errol Spence was going to win the fight. I predicted Errol Spence was going to win by decision. I also predicted that Sean Porter would be on his A game, but his A game would only get him 7-5 or 8-4 on the cards in the decision. And essentially the 2 judges that scored it for Spence, that's exactly what it was, 7-5, 8-4 in terms of the rounds. So definitely got the breakdown right, definitely got the prediction right, but Sean Porter was close, y'all. Like, he was close. Even though I was right with the breakdown and prediction video, man, like, he was close to getting this upset, man. Like, he was close to getting this upset. And some people think Sean Porter won the fight. Some people think Sean Porter won the fight. But I'm going to give y'all this quick nugget. In terms of Sean Porter, first 6 rounds, you could argue that he won 5 of those first 6. When they talked to Keith Thurman after like round 4 or round 5, Keith Thurman was like, I got Sean Porter winning all of these rounds. Keith Thurman had Sean Porter winning rounds 1 through like 5 or 1 through 6. He had Sean Porter winning all of those rounds. Like, he didn't give Errol Spence a round. My homie Che and a couple other people think that Sean Porter won like the first 5 rounds, first 5, 6 rounds. And the one thing that Sean Porter was doing is what I like to call pivot and go. If you ever watch Sean Porter do like training camp and he's in the gym, Sean and Kenny Porter work on this thing where Kenny Porter had a pads, and Sean Porter basically kind of pivot to his left, pivot and turn to his left, or pivot and turn to his right, and then he'll rip shots to the body with hooks to the pads. of Kenny Porter, that's exactly what Sean Porter was doing against Errol Spence the first 6 rounds of the fight. Like, he was walking up to Spence, and then he would do a quick pivot, and he'll turn to the left, and then he'll let the body shots run. You know what I'm saying? Or he was walking up to Errol Spence, he was pivoting to his right, and then he was letting the shots go. But a lot of times, Sean Porter was pivoting to his left, which is perfect against a southpaw, especially with Errol Spence with the wide base. And he was just letting those inside shots go. Even when Spence got him on the ropes, Sean Porter was athletic enough to literally duck, do a 180, and he spun Spence all the way around. Sean Porter was winning the first half of the fight because he was smart in terms of his punch variety, and then he made sure he got into proper position first before he started ripping those shots and letting them shots go. Second half of the fight, he abandoned that. He got away from the jab a little bit, and he just started throwing from different angles. And Sean Porter had to be special in this fight, and I knew it was going to be difficult for him because the 2 punches I think Errol Spence can get hit with quite often is orthodox fighter, the straight right hand, the lead right hand, the Mayweather right hand. Spence is open for that. And another punch that he's open for is what I like to call a 45 shot. Keith Thurman throws it a lot, where it's kind of like an uppercut, but it's at an angle. It almost got like a hook type look to it. It's kind of like a combination between a hook and an uppercut. I call it a 45 shot. And like, Sean Porter didn't have that in his arsenal either. So I think a combination of those things, and then the fact that I think Sean Porter's legs just, they didn't fail him, but with Sean Porter, like, first half of the fight was completely different than the second half of the fight in terms of his bounce with his legs. Like, he didn't have that same bounce. So he wasn't as disciplined in terms of getting to his spot before he started throwing. He just started throwing after like the 6th, 7th round. He just started throwing from whatever distance, and that's what gave Spence the opportunity to start picking him off. But, you know, despite all of that, got another breakdown and prediction video correct. We're going to keep them coming on this channel, man. I really appreciate each and every one of y'all for taking time out of y'all schedule to listen what the hell I got to say in terms of boxing. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. G5Jefftv, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Please share this video, support your boy. Support good content at all times. I appreciate y'all. Peace.